Hello again. So we have reached the last exercise, which is to replace all the occurrences of a string into another string. So it's a modification or of exercise 20. So in exercise 20, we have just replaced the first occurrence of the string by another one into the original string. How we need to replace all the occurrences of one string into another. So let's take, for example, again the third example. So I need to find t. The string t, not the character t, and I need to replace it with y in all the string here. So there's 3 t's, so I would replace it by y. And here, for example, banan, I need to find an, so there is 2 times an, and I need to replace it with ont. So again, if you followed me in exercise 20, I advise you to recheck it if you didn't, because here I need to replace 2 characters by 3, so I cannot squeeze 3 characters in 2 spaces, so I need to use an extra auxiliary string. So whenever I found an into the string, I will copy the end of the string and then replace this one into the original string and recopy the remaining of this one. So first here, when I find an, I will replace an by ont, so I will have bont an e, and then I need to continue because I need to replace all the occurrences. So again, when I find an, I need to replace it with ont. So and this is the code for exercise 20. So I advise you to recheck it again for one more time. However, here in exercise 20, we just find the first occurrence of the string that we need to find, and we have replaced it, and then we have added it. However, here in this exercise, we need to replace all the occurrences. So even if I found, for example, here the string, so I don't need to end the loop. I need to do all the modification and then continue also. So for that, I will be using the same code here in order to modify it and answer the question 21. So let me skim over it quickly. So we have str1, str, it's the original string. str1, the string that we need to find. str2, the string that we need to replace by. And it's an auxiliary string because we need, once we find the string, we need to copy the remaining of the string, because as you have seen in these examples, the replacement string is bigger, so we need to copy the remaining string and then remove the str1, add str2, and then recopy the end of the string. So in this part, we have looped over the original string and tried to find str1, and if we find str1 and so we reach \0, we get out of the loop and do all the modifications. So for the modification, we have copied the end of str into and, then we have copied str2 into str, and then we have recopied the end into str, and we have finished. So in this part, we do not need to get out of the loop, because we need to, once we find str1 in str, we need to do the replacement and then continue this string, because we may find another string that matches str1. So for that, we will not be using the boolean found, because in all cases I will not get out of the loop, so I will remove found here, and whenever I found \0, it means that I have found the string, so I need to do the replacement. So what does it mean? It means that the code here, I need to recopy it. So I will copy it, but I need to pay attention to some of the codes. So I am here. So let me just adjust here the variables, and then we will see what we will do with all these variables. So if str1 of j is equal to 0, it means that I have found the string. So here there is no need to do I minus minus, because I didn't increment I yet. So because I didn't increment it, there is no need to decrement I. So what I will do that is I will copy the remaining of str into and. So I will keep this code as it is. So as for here, I will copy str2 of k into str of I, and yes, it's absolutely okay, and I need to increment I because I will be moving into str. However, here, whenever I'm recopying n into k, I need to pay attention is that I should not increment I, because I need to recheck the remaining of the string. So what I will do here is that I will, instead of incrementing I will remove that, and I would place here I plus k. So whenever so at the first I would place an str of I end of 0, and then str of I plus 1 end of 1, and so on. And here also I would place str I plus k. And whenever I do that, I need at the end to decrement I. So why I need to decrement I? Because I need to readjust the I counter, because as you can see here I'm one cell forward, so I need to decrement I. And this is it. So let's try to run it. So I would use this example. So an on an on t, and yes, the replacement is correct. So let me skim quickly. So this is a generalization of exercise 20, where we have just replaced the first occurrence. Here we are replacing all the occurrences. So when we are looping over the original string, and if we find the string that we need to search for, the str1, I would replace it with str2. So how can I do that? So I will copy the remaining of str into an auxiliary string which is called and then we copy str2 into str, and then we need to recopy the and into str into a string, the str string. So here you should pay attention that I should not increment I, because if I increment I will not be able to recheck the remaining string. Maybe the remaining string contains or it matches the original the string that I need to search, and at the end I need to do I minus minus, because here I have incremented I one step further. And this is it for this exercise. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to write to me, and of course I will answer you back. And again, thanks for watching.